Nope, nope, nope.
Welcome everybody to Talk That Talk,
Taking down.
where we have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable,
Let's get down.
conversation.
Taking down.
All right. Welcome everybody.
All right. Welcome everybody to Talk That Talk. We have the unfiltered, unscripted, uncomfortable conversation about band, HBCU, band culture, music, and education, and more. I'm sorry. Did I shock you because you weren't ready? My bad. Yeah, you were like, oh shit. But yeah, I forgot where I was at. Oh well. Don't even worry about it. But hey, first of all, I'd like to say what's up to all the new subscribers that we have out there, man. I appreciate you guys for locking in with us and all the different shows that we have right here on the Passions Network and locking in with us right here at Talk That Talk. So, hey, I appreciate it. But let me go ahead and introduce one of the people on the panel, and the other person supposed to be coming in later. And hopefully we can get the other person coming in. She got a game tonight, so we'll see if that can happen. But Portia, what's up? Smits. I ain't getting nothing from you. Hold up, wait a minute. I can't hear you. Is it just me? Am I the only person that can't hear Portia? No. But I was hearing you earlier, but I can't hear you now. I don't know if it's just me. All right, this typically doesn't happen. Matter of fact, start talking. Yeah, I'm not even getting any signal down there. All right, so just go out and come in. While she's going out and coming in, again, man, I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us, man. Okay, so it wasn't just me. This episode is going to be a lot different than what we've usually done in the past. Here's the reason why. The reason why is because I'm going to allow the audience and everybody watching to be super active in this one, because I want to be able to hear you all's feedback, what you guys think. This episode to me is like really interesting, and I'm gonna tell you how I ended up coming up with this episode. But first of all, let's see if Portia's good. Portia, you good? No. Is your mic on your computer thingy? All right. Did you check your settings and make sure that the settings are using your mic? There should be a little settings wheel down at the bottom, and hit the settings wheel and then check your audio. Cause I was literally hearing you earlier. And I heard something. Talk. I'm hearing something. There we go. Yes. Okay, and then you just went out again.
Hello?
Okay, there you go. All right, there we go. All right, let's try this again. Portia, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You're about a millisecond behind, but we're gonna rock with it right now. I don't know why, but we're just gonna rock with it. It may be something with the programming, but it is what it is. But this episode is going to be super different. The reason why it's going to be super different is I want everybody in the comments, everybody involved. I'm going to drop the link early, so if you want to come in and talk about this thing, we can talk about it. Here it is. The reason why I decided to come up with this episode, so many things have been going on this channel between the Band Report and Blow the Whistle and Crystal Show and Talk That Talk. It's like multiple things that are going on in this channel. And again, I tell everybody, I read all the comments. One of the comments that I ended up getting on one of them was like, why don't you stop talking about the things that are bashing us? why don't you talk about loud versus power? Now, personally, for me, to me, that just kind of those two things don't make sense to me. Loud versus power, right? But what made sense to me was full sound versus power, right? And then the other half of that, and I'm going to try to see if I can find this comment on one of my posts. This was from the episode, the band report episode, when I was talking about the butt twirl. I don't know if you saw that portion, the episode where I was talking about the butt twirl. It's the thing that it's a little move that they do. But anyway, one of the issues that I was getting on this, I'm gonna try to find the comment that. Here we go. This was it. This conversation is so antiquated and out of touch. Let me show you how bad this sounds. You're focused on the representation of dancers when bands are still circulating music in their books by sex offenders or artists of problematic reputation. Bands have done the crybaby and pelvic thrust in band routines. Drum majors do moves just as provocative. Come on now, calm down. These programs are saving kids, graduating them, and sending them into careers. The focus is on the wrong thing. Keep your virtue signaling, man. So the reason why I added the other piece to this is because of the fact that, I mean, obviously that person was kind of right in what he was saying, in the sense that there are some other things that do happen in bands that are not okay. But we have also been open and honest with the fact that those things are happening and it probably shouldn't be happening, right? But then the other half of it is, if there is things that are happening in other parts of the band spectrum, which is the dance world or the dance part of it, those things should be called out too, right? Or unless I'm wrong for saying that. Am I wrong for saying that? Okay.
Unscripted, unfiltered.
Absolutely. So that was the reason why I added the other piece on this, but I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it, because I titled it Bucking versus Dancing, but I'm really probably just going to say which part of it is art and which part of it is not. I think that is the best way to put it, because a lot of people try to say that this is just an art form that we do as a culture. And I don't know if I agree with that or not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm just old. I got gray hair now, so maybe I'm just old. Maybe that's just what it is. So that's going to be the conversation today. We're going to have it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to ask people in the comments. I want to see what everybody else is going to say. I want to know what y'all thoughts are. And I want y'all to let me know maybe I'm wrong. So before we get into this, let me bring our brother in here, good old Quan. I've never called this man Quano, but hey, we're going to rock with it anyway. What's going on, bro?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? Come on, Portia, with the pretty hair.
Thank you.
We all know what that.
Luxurious. It's luxurious.
I
What's
put it right.
good?
I put it on right before here. Okay, right before I logged on. All right.
What's good, man? What's good, peoples?
Man, ain't nothing, brother. How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Uh, we're preparing for. I'm excited. We have it's. I see it's a new trend called Home for the Holiday,
Yeah, well,
where
yeah.
you have high school battles and you bring the alumni back. Well, we're participating in our first one, and so I have kids from Prairie View that's come back, TSU that's come back, and just to see that they're doing well, it does your heart well. And all of the things that you told them initially, they came back and was like,
You
Mr.
was
This,
right.
you right.
Yeah.
You was this, you was that. And now they're getting on the kids. So it's easier and they understand, the culture and aspect of it. Plus, it gives them a chance to play the songs that they played in high school and reminisce. And if, as a band director, of course, the better numbers is so it'd be like, this arrangement that I wrote now was fuller. That's that part. But last but not least, I had a student. I meant to tell y'all that and be petty. I had a student had a full scholarship to Hampton University.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
I saw that. And congratulations to them. 100%. Yeah, yeah.
41,000.
That ain't petty. That's great. I'm excited.
Um,
Now once they get in the band and then they get across the field from Norfolk, then that's completely different.
hey, hey, so they mentioned Norfolk when they was here. We'll talk about that offline. But they did mention Norfolk.
Okay.
And I was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's all I said. But shout out to those guys, those the assistant director as well as the associate director, because they didn't have to come. Because it actually, and shout out to Tracy Davis from D2D. Like Sarah shouted me out because they came down here just on vacation, and they got to talking and they was acquaintance with one another. And she was like, "You need to go slide at Worthing." So the guy was downtown just enjoying himself in Houston and Ubered to the school in 15 minutes and then was giving kids full rides. So we actually had 3 kids with full rides, but he was one of the kids that they was like, he's the one I want. But big shout out to Hampton, as well as shout out to the president. He's given them $1.5 million worth of scholarships. Those things are big that needs to be highlighted in the HBCU. When your president supports you, that's when you know you can grow and you're in a better place.
Yeah, that's absolutely dope, man. I saw that and I was like, yo, that's what's up. Congratulations, man. So yeah, big shout out to the school across the water, Hampton.
That's good. That is a great place of education. But that foot
Absolutely.
to that neck is
Yeah,
gonna be.
they gonna catch it. They absolutely gonna catch it without
It's
question.
okay. I support your education, and that full ride is amazing, honey.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, look, as long as you can go to school and be educated and you ain't got to pay for nothing, I am all for it. But you gonna catch that on the other side. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, the numbers, hey, I'm just going by the numbers. The numbers that's projected, maybe it may not be a foot on the neck. Maybe they, come with it. You dig? I don't know.
Probably not since the 90s, bro. Not since the 90s. But I will say this, and my wife did put it in the chat, man. 9 years, bro. 9 years in Alpha Land, man. So congratulations to you. Happy Alphaversary, brother. It's always great to be able to see. We can use this for 2 fraternities, but it's always great to see brothers moving onward and upward, man. So, absolutely, man. Congratulations to you. Yeah, man, and keep the light high. All right, man. Let's do this. Let's get into this. So here we go. Full sound or full power or full sound versus power. We're gonna start there and we're gonna see where this goes. So
What?
yeah.
Full sound, full power.
No, full sound versus power.
Okay.
Yeah. So and you missed how I got to this point. I'll briefly give it to you. On one of the comments on one of the band reports, someone was saying that I needed to stop bashing HBCU band programs, and one of the topics that we should talk about is the difference between full sound. Well, this person said loud versus power. I don't like the word loud because I just don't like the word loud. So I'd rather go full sound versus power. Make sense? Okay. So with that being said, let's get into this. First and foremost, what do both of you all think the difference is between both of them? I'll go Portia first because you've been in here longer. Quan still think about it.
Child, I don't know. Full sound versus power. I think full sound would be more along the lines of only thing I can do is give an example.
All right,
I'm
give
gonna
an
say
example.
I don't know. What are you defining this as? I think power. Well, see, I don't know because I don't know that either. I would consider either one of those a bad thing. Like a band can be powerful. They can have a full sound. Like I don't know that I would. I guess full sound would be pushing or maximizing your sound without overblowing. Power can be interpreted, and I mean, I'm guessing this is what you're going for, is more so can also include overblowing. Like you're just so concerned with being powerful or being loud that you exceed kind of what your horn is intended to do and take it too far. Maybe. I don't know, but I also don't know that power versus fool, like I don't know that I would use those two terms or either one of them in a negative connotation.
So and while we're trying to figure out what people's thought processes is on this, I want y'all to put it in the chat as well. What do you all think the difference is? Full sound versus power. I know I see Rod and already did it. Brother
Right.
Dotson and already did it. Y'all tell us. All right. Quan, what do you think?
I think we low key defined it. Uh, that's not nice, Rodriguez. That's not nice.
What did he
Uh,
say?
he said, "Old me at it was full old swag power." Uh, I'll put it like this.
I don't know that I see that as a
So
negative, but
I'll say it like this: pre-Robert Champion, FAMU, in my opinion, had power as well as full sound. You're not you. I don't think a person will argue with that, right? Norfolk, when y'all had that battle against Morris Brown, full sound, power, right? Even let's take it to, I know he was, popping during Thanksgiving by you classy time. Nathan Hamer when they played uh Holy Grail, full sound, power. I think, and first of all, let me say this: you shouldn't be arguing with people that can't even define what that is. First of all, we going into 2024, we got to do better. So I I think sometimes we put a negative connotation on power when a band push them watts and you feel that. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that because I've seen y'all open up on Behold. It's been powerful, but it was full. You dig what I'm saying?
So, so now you opening up some stuff now. All right.
that's what I was saying. I don't know why I don't associate power with negative.
So I'm gonna say this. It seems to me the opposite. I think full has been looked at as the negative, whereas power has not. So I'll give you an example. I remember I remember the years that we were at Prairie View between 2015 and 2017, where people would listen to the band and they'd be like, man, they sound full, but it ain't powerful. But I'd be like, I don't really, that doesn't make any sense to me because I'm standing in front of them and it's powerful to me. So, and then a lot of times they've even said that, and during that time, a lot they would relate that sound that we had to Norfolk and say the same thing about Norfolk. Norfolk was full, but it wasn't quote unquote powerful. So yeah, go ahead.
So here's the issue that we're always going to run into right now. The issue is people will compare the loudest decibel of band to Southern. Like real talk. Let's be honest. And now to a degree, Jackson State, right? So when people say powerful, that's what comes to their mind. Those two bands right now. So historically, Southern has been that episodic band. Now Jackson State is like not just with not just with power, but with arrangements now, right? So when you look at it, when a person says they're powerful, it's certain bands that will come to your mind. So I agree with you when you say that uh the full sound gets like the low end of the totem pole while power gets you up. You feel what I'm saying? Because they look at it, well, power like full, you sound good, you have clarity, but you're not that loud. You're not powerful that loud. So I think that's been some of the issue overall. But they're comparing it to some of the largest, brassiest bands in HBCU, period. So I think that's the disingenuous part. Fam, you full, right?
What's years?
Period. Fam, you is full, bro. Like we're not gonna take away. We're not gonna fam you full, bro. Like you just turn your camera off on. but even I look at it now. I feel like PV is full. But the reality of it is some of those other bands would never be loud as the Southern, the Jackson States. Number one, they don't have that type of instrumentation. And then to a degree, some of those arrangements are not going for that. I look at, for example, Rep Your City for my PV. That ain't powerful.
Jared just said full ain't blowing. So see, that's why this conversation is
That's why.
important
But that
because
again,
I
ahead.
never would have looked at it like this. To me, okay, I'm learning something.
That's the thing. People equate power with blowing, right? And I got to go back to what Brother Dotson said because remember he said old Miak was full, old Swag was power. What's new Swag?
And what's new me at?
That's a
I
good
got
question.
questions.
That's a good question. All right.
And so my thing is we talked about these big bands. So I'm gonna feel like some of them little bands should be focused on trying to be full and not powerful. Then, if that's the standard we going with,
But I mean, is full the standard now, or is full, or is power
well,
the
I'm
standard?
saying whatever's lead to overblowing. So if they trying to be powerful, some people shouldn't focus on that.
Here's the problem, bro. We this is the last show of the year.
This
Yep.
last show of the year.
Go
Let's
ahead,
go,
give it up, bro.
let's go out with a bang. The problem is no one has identity. So because nobody has identity, everybody is going to go with the aspect of the trendy thing. My prime example is many people don't like Charleston White. I get it. You know, he's been in a hot topic trending because he got jumped, right? But one thing that he said was real. He says African Americans, we are trendy people. Tell me, out of the HBCU world, could you name 5 bands with distinct sound?
Yes.
I know you're gonna put Norfolk. Okay, that's one.
Okay.
Give me 4 more.
A&T. Fam. I will say again, no one, some people don't agree with me. Bethune,
Okay, in Florida Memorial.
Florida Memorial. And you could throw Florida Memorial in there. I wasn't thinking it, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so that's 5. How many HBCU bands do we have though?
Is it 22?
Okay, so
24, 22?
so just let's do a round number. Just say 20. So you name 5. Out of those 5, are there other 15 that just about sound identical?
Yeah, now.
That's my point. So we're comparing fullness of sound and power, where the masses can't even define them, but yet and still you have just about 13 other identical bands that they don't have the instrumentation of a Southern or a Jackson State. So then they quote unquote overblow, which in my opinion, that's quote unquote power. I would even call that power. That's just overblowing, goddamn it. That's just what it is. Like we need that's the problem with us in the African American community. Call it what it is. Overblowing is overblowing. Playing full is at the most optimum peak of that instrument. Once you get out of that range and you take it to a tessitura that doesn't need to be there, you're overblowing. That's what it is, bro.
But isn't that power?
Nah, my nigga is just overblowing.
So okay.
That's
So
why I don't know why you arguing with a dude that can't even define what it is.
so let me ask you this: Can full be power?
Absolutely.
Can
They can
power?
coexist.
Yeah.
But if you are focusing on power, can you be full? So like if full is my thing that I want to go with, if I add power to it, it's possible, right? But if power is my only focus, can you be full?
I think you are more likely to miss the mark on being full if your focus is power. I think you're more likely to get to power if you're focusing on fullness.
I'll give you this example. This is coming to my mind. You like deviled eggs, bro?
It depends on who makes it.
It depends who makes it, right?
Yes.
I love deviled eggs. That's just my thing. Now, where I'm from, on deviled eggs, they put a little bit of red stuff on it. It's either paprika or cayenne pepper,
Paprika.
right?
Yeah.
If you put a little bit, it's awesome. You put a whole bunch, it's intolerable. That's the example that you take. The egg is the fullness. I'm telling you, I'm teaching
That,
today.
hey,
I'm
that
gonna go
was
ahead. I'm gonna
hey.
go ahead.
I'm paying tithes at your church. That was a good one, bro. Hey,
So that egg is the fullness. That little paprika, that accents it, that's power. But if you put too much power on the fullness, it's not even tolerable. That's what I'm saying. It's not even tolerable, bro. Just saying. Like, but that's where blend and balance comes in. So you telling me, for example, I'll name these songs by FAMU that are my favorite, personal favorite. Coming to America, Contagious, uh, Order My Steps.
we not supposed to like that no more.
What? And I like that.
Contagious is hidden. I don't
You know
care
what I'm saying?
anybody say.
When,
You know that somebody made a little comment about that before you got on the show about playing
Yeah.
music of people.
Yeah.
I'm,
Apparently we can't play no R. Kelly music.
I am. When I get my band, I am.
We still play Michael Jackson. He like little boys too. We being honest.
Hey,
but
we don't. That was never
He did
proven.
because it never was proven.
We're not gonna do that. We're not
What's
gonna
this
do that.
though? See, Bethune-Cookman, Seems Like You're Ready. Those songs.
Bethune-Cookman bed. I gotta mention that for Rick. That
Okay.
bed.
Yeah. But watch this though. Full. But you telling me they didn't have powerful moments with dynamic contrast?
Some people would say no.
Come on, bro. Come on.
But all of this, let's be real, all of this is subjective. And it depends on what your palette is comparing this to. And that's just where we are. Like, we're never gonna agree. Some people feel like if it's not, this way or that way, it's not right. And so I agree with y'all, but most people not gonna agree with us. We the haters and all that other stuff that they categorize us as.
We old and out of touch. All right, let's play
I
a
am
little game.
old. I don't know that I'm out of touch, but I'm a little aged.
I'm not gonna accept that. I'm still young. I'm useful. I can still jig a little
Every
bit.
time I get out that bed and these knees go crack, snap, crackle, pop. Mm-hmm.
Well, that ain't my knees. I got good knees.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. We're gonna play a little game. Let's see if this is gonna work. We're gonna play a game of powerful or of power or fool, and y'all gonna have to tell me why. We also gonna do this in the comment section. All right. So be ready for it. Here it is. Let me pull up the first one. Let me see if it'll actually come up, because I know last time I tried to do this, it didn't work. Let's do this. First off, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Shout out to A1 Media, by the way. Shout out, brother A1. All right, can you hear it? Could y'all hear that?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's listen. I was trying to wait for them to get to the one chord, but just land on it and be done with it. All right, here we go. Question: power or fool?
Who is that?
Georgia Master.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all in the comment section, y'all tell us. Well, y'all tell us too. All right, power or fool? Portia?
I'm trying to find the words.
My vote was power.
I'm gonna go power. Yeah.
So so would we say it's not fool? It's just power?
So okay, so let's be fair, because people gonna say we're bashing, and it's not even about that, because you're asking a legitimate question. In my opinion, that's power, not because it was a bad arrangement or anything. I'm not going through the musicality of it.
I just can't
Absolutely.
imagine that was
Absolutely.
written like that. Everything was just up.
It was up. So they had certain aspects of full moments, but for my preference, I feel that they could have had other aspects of dynamic contrast.
Hmm.
Everything just was up. So
Everything was up.
so when the people from Georgia Bass, man, I don't want them to be like, man, them boys hate. No, just for my cup of tea. I feel like they, and honestly, because of the level that they're playing at, when so I'm taking counterpoint somewhere with the person that's been teaching it. One thing that he says when you arrange it, there's four elements. You got to look at rhythm, orchestration, voicing, and it's one other thing that's slipping my mind. But always remember, you could take something away and give it back to make an aha moment. I feel like what they were playing, and I don't know the song either. If certain dynamic levels would have been taken away and then added to it, it would have added a bigger wow factor. That's just me. So for me, I just feel like that dynamic contrast, if they would have brought certain things, just say to a mezzo piano and then elevated to the forte, they would have actually got a bigger crowd reaction than what they got.
And I think the more everybody takes stuff up, to me, the thinner you sound. So the less likely you are to be fooled. So
You better talk like you know.
Already,
Talk it.
All right, so
Talk like you know it.
So I do want to put this disclaimer out there, because you're absolutely right, Quan. The first thing that somebody's gonna say is, "Man, y'all boys hate." No, that's why I
No.
said we're playing a game. There are multiple different programs that I'm gonna pull up. So get out your feelings. I can't
And none of
stand.
us have said that sounds bad. We just
Absolutely not.
said it was it's either full or powerful, or we're gonna say both. I mean, it's what it is. To me, they were focused on power and they got it.
I can't stand when people get in their feelings, because, and I said this on the band report the other day. Just because we say something about your favorite band's favorite band, you want to get in your feelings. F your feelings. You be all right. It's not
Yeah,
about
and
that.
everybody's entitled to have an opinion. And just because yours is different from mine don't mean it's that serious. You like what you like, and I like what I like. Somebody put in the comments under the video, because I said my number 1 and 2 dance lines this season.
Oh, you
That
saw that?
I almost commented. You know, I don't be commenting. Like,
Yeah.
they act like I said Jackson State won't good. That ain't what I said.
At all. I swear,
Not
people
what I said.
don't be listening to the full context of anything.
And I said I started out by saying they had a great year. Well, who I think is crazy out here.
So we're gonna give our number one favorite band at the end of the day.
We can do that.
Because I have to give mine. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, let's do this. Let's go to the next one. I'm gonna pull this one up. I'm just throwing them out there. Here we go. Actually, there are two in here, and there's the reason why I pulled these two. All right, so here we go. This is the first group. This is a commercial. I didn't ask you for a commercial. I don't need you running commercials on my show.
Number
God
two,
damn.
hey, bro, we're gonna need you to get the paid subscription.
All
Right.
right, here we go.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fast forward that. Keep going. Fast forward that
Why are we fast forwarding?
because it don't sound. You know, but-
We're not even on that, bro.
Yo,
We're
no,
not
yo.
on that.
like because. So like I'm not being ugly. I know where you're getting to, and I'm not diminishing anybody. I understand what it takes to build a man. Like I'm not being ugly, but they're overblowing.
But again, we're
He
only talking
wanted
about
us to watch it and then say, "Play along,
power
my dear
or
brother."
fool. That was it.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
You know what?
Woo.
I'm gonna
My
just
keep
God.
go
keep
to the
on.
next.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, too late. Too late. All right.
Can you play the next band?
This is the other band. This is the other band I had in here. Good gracious. All right.
Nobody.
All right, here we go. Power or fool? Power or fool?
Are we talking about a particular band first, or what?
Well, I was trying to do the first one, but you know, Quan just I just
They
want to
were.
know
They
power
were.
or fool.
Who was that first? Albany State.
Yes.
They were overblown. Quan already said, but they were overblown.
Which one was
I
Fayetteville?
Fort Valley?
the second one.
Oh, that was Fort Valley. The second one.
That was Fort Valley, not Fayetteville, right? Fort Valley. Who was that?
Yeah.
That was Fort Valley. Second one.
FVSU. I can't
So
even say that to put them together.
the first band was whom?
Albany
Albany.
State.
Albany.
hmm I want to say that I don't know, Quan. You got something to say about Fort Valley?
The first one.
The second one. You already spoke on Albany State.
Okay. I mean, the second one they had dynamic contrast, but you, bro, I'm not.
They had moments. I'm
There's
gonna let my brother get it together. They had moments where they were full, but for the most part, they was overblowing too.
there's a reason why. I'm gonna get to my reason in a second, but go ahead.
That's my thoughts. They had full moments, and they did have some contrast in there, but they were overblowing too.
So okay, so here's the thing. Did they have moments of like dynamic contrast like we spoke of? Um, it-
So here's my question to that comment that just came up. Right?
yeah.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
So
Unfiltered, unscripted. Didn't you hit me with
I,
that at
I
the
mean,
beginning?
are we giving people participation trophies? Are we saying that the instrumentation matters? Oh, they were okay because they got this many instruments. Like these are college bands.
so
I'm
okay,
sorry.
here's the thing.
I'm
When
just letting y'all know
this,
this is not where I wanted to go with this, but go
I
ahead.
know,
Okay,
I know,
I'm
like
sorry.
No. Y'all know me. I'm gonna let y'all cook. I'm just saying. I'm gonna let y'all cook. Go ahead.
so here's the thing. You can look at the either section, and again, what's trendy? B tones, right? But if you got, I just say 6 B tones, but two people could hit those upper register notes. Respectfully, don't write it that. You might want to do a dyad where you hit it, come down, but make the sound full. That's that's all I'm saying. I'm not diminishing. I'm not. But when that one person is constantly sticking out, I mean,
So here was my point of bringing that up, right? Would you say that?
Albany State? They got a new band director. Nobody's throwing them under the bus. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Would you say? Would you say that they were both of those programs were going for full or power?
power.
Power.
Okay. So now, because I felt the same way. So then, are we saying that power is only relegated to bigger bands?
I think, I think what we're doing, we're speaking about musical approaches. Like I think we're like tap dancing on that fine line. There's musical approaches where you know and I know there's certain hits. Like even if it's a big band, right? Kentucky State, absolutely. Let's speak about that. Let's speak about let's just speak about physics. Is everybody playing tune, or if everybody is, if it's voiced right, it could sound full, and you that could carry and trajectory across the field. That's all I'm saying. But when you have the B tones, you up there, but you can't hear your trombones. I mean,
My thing is it within character of the arrangement and the instrument? Is it? Is it? Because I'm not believing that people are writing these parts, and maybe they are.
They
they
are.
are, they are.
Yeah. They are.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But again,
Um.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
nothing.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, and again, I so like you bring up Kentucky State, right? And I will even go so far as to go to Wilberforce.
Yep.
Yeah. We can say that. Old Incat.
I mean, old NCAT,
Old
they
Incat
were
push.
still over 100, at least 120. You know, but my point is, it seems to me that, and again, we're not done playing the game, but I brought those two groups up for this purpose. It seems to me that everybody's trying to go for the power game, but I think that arrangements and instrumentation has a lot to do with you being successful in the power game.
Because
And so,
a lot of people would not consider Bethune-Cookman to be powerful, but you can't
correct.
deny that they're full.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, here we go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's go to the next one. I was supposed to man, real quick. I was supposed to change my battery to my fire alarm on the other day.
You're too busy taping your phone to the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Let me say this.
I took the battery out.
Let me say this while you queuing that up. If y'all doing that challenge and y'all taping y'all phones to the screen, change your
trying to show you butt cheeks.
Yeah, change the battery up there.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
We have some terrible trends out there. I'm just gonna be honest. It's some really terrible ones. I'm gonna be honest. This trend with these taking pictures with friends and these stupid poses is just not funny to me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm odd in that, but that's just not funny to me. All right, here we go. This is an oldie but a goodie in my personal opinion. Here we go.
It's my rookie year.
It's old.
Yeah, it's old.
It's good and old.
This was on a camera phone.
It was. All right, here we go.
A Nextel.
I think it was a Nextel. Right, while you playing. All right, here we go.
I just want to say it was trash. First of all, just put it out.
Hey,
It was trash.
when I was standing in front of it, I definitely thought it was. I thought it was trash when I first heard it.
It was trash. So that's number one. Let's get it out there.
Hey,
It was
look, man,
44
it's old
I can't
quality.
tell. Hey, that's a 2006 Norfolk State clip.
It
Oh,
is
damn.
old quality, man. We didn't. It wasn't no 1080 back then. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
That's when you had to record it on your phone, then go back to your room and plug it into the computer to upload it.
Yeah. Wasn't no Bluetooth. Wasn't no
Oh
Wi-Fi.
no nothing. Oh no nothing. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Full or power?
Both. 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 In my opinion, both. Let's talk about the double tonguing from the woodwinds, articulation from the band. Shout out to the woodwinds. Let's speak about how the chords were balanced. Let's speak about the breathing, the attacks, the release. It was both.
Okay. Portia, full
And I'm
or
not saying
power?
it because y'all here. Let me be clear. I'm not saying it because y'all here.
No, you know, if we say both, it's gonna be because it's ours.
Yeah, that's what. Well, true. That's so. I'm a bow out gracefully. Will Bynum, you can't say nothing either. You be quiet.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
then
say nothing.
I guess I'll be biased because y'all my friends.
No,
we
you're
gonna
right.
say, we gonna let the non-Norfolk State people speak on that. 'Cause,
Exactly.
you know,
If you
say
from Norfolk, don't say nothing.
if you from Norfolk, you don't have an opinion because you're gonna be biased. That's
Right.
what that is.
Jared, don't say nothing.
And,
So
when you hear Woodway talking about da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and you heard every syllable and articulation, come on, stop it. That's both. That's both.
so everybody else in the comments that's not Legion, full or power? Which one is that? Full or power? All right. And
For the next tail.
I'm a Jared, you can't say nothing.
Why I can't see the comments today, y'all? I can't see them.
I don't know. Your stuff was all jacked up today.
You gotta go to the bottom and then click that little ellipsis, the little talking thing.
George, you can't say nothing either.
I'm a talking thing.
Yeah.
so here's the thing. I'm gonna go with this, Quan. You said full. Well, you kind of broke it down. So I was gonna say you said full and power, but then you broke it down as to why it was that. Hey, everybody leave the phone alone. It's old, okay? It's old. Y'all still on the phone.
That was fall 2006.
I wish we could go back there. I wish we could go back there.
I do too.
I don't have what y'all have.
I wish we-
I don't know. You must.
Y'all don't like me for real.
You got an Apple product?
No, this is a Dell. My work computer.
Oh, that's why. It's Dale.
No, I get on this. This is the computer I use every time.
Yeah.
You didn't grant me the right access today, brother.
Hey, Chuck proved the point.
Same link that everybody else got.
Chuck proved the point. It can be full can equal to power. But what we've seen at times, depending, power does not always equal to full.
Right.
Again, deviled egg and paprika, bro.
So Rod put this in here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime you talk fam to me, the first thing I immediately think about is the Chicago Bulls theme. If you've never heard them open up on the Chicago Bulls theme front and center, that is the most powerful thing I had ever heard in my life. And that was 2005, 2006, 2005. Anyway, most powerful thing I ever heard in my life, and it was full. I could hear every single part with clarity. I was like, oh my gosh, this is oh. Anyway, here we go. Next, let's go to the next one here. Let me go to this famous clip that everybody has seen on multiple occasions.
That better be Holy Grail.
No, it's not.
You're not giving no swag love, bro.
Yeah, I am.
Right.
I'm trying to go in a lot of different directions, okay? All right, here we go.
Well, you play DCI with Tilt, then. What's up? Because that was full and powerful.
Well, we're going to see what this is. Here we go.
Hell yeah, it is. Both.
All right, here we go. Full or power?
Well, hold on. Before you make a comment, Portia, let me just say this. If you think that's bad, your mom's a hoe.
That oh wow. Uh that's both
Okay. All
to
right.
me.
So, Portia, what made it both?
Even through transitions in that music, it remained full. It was not thin at any point, and when they wanted to emphasize certain parts, it was clear. It didn't waver in any way. It won't people falling out. It won't all of all of that was there. The entire thing was full, and when it needed to be powerful, it was.
Okay. So, um, Quan, full. You said both, right?
Both.
All right. Your explanation. Go.
So number one, you to say that they didn't have woodwinds, but their voicing was like spot on. You heard the soprano voices and the trumpets, the alto voices and the French horn mellophone. You heard the B tones, you heard the tubas. I mean, it had it in typical form. Let's not mention the cutoff, the attack release.
Right. And
Like,
Chuck just said that in the comments. That was
hey,
crazy.
come on. But here's the thing. Some people will call that whack, but the top classes of the DCI world sound like that. They
That's
sound like,
whack.
yeah. A lot of people say that's whack, and
Wow.
if we're gonna be genuine, Bethune sound like that too sometimes, just with a different like tone, like they're just a little darker, and stylistically playing like us. But I respectfully disagree. I understand your point. Attacks and releases together is the key to power. Uh, nah, because I think in this context we're speaking about volume, correct? Oh,
Yes, and that's kind of why I didn't like the word loud.
okay. Nah, I mean, first of all, the music, the theoretical music part of that is crazy because the major chords, the way their voicing is ridiculous. First of all, uh, in the beginning you have that space chord aspect to those specific chord progressions, tax releases, volume, dynamics, sustainability, and breathing control. Bro, you have those. Like, ain't no way. And
I
nobody was
I,
overblowing.
I know we gotta do this show, but I want to hear that again.
Nobody was overblowing either. Like, you couldn't hear one person that was sticking out of their section.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why, in my opinion, if you're gonna speak about specifically HBC, that's why I feel like Holy Grail has to come up, like, and be an example. That on that opening or the end, you heard every voice. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I love our frat brother, peace be unto him, Dr. Greggs. But let me tell you something. Some of the best years of Southern University was on Nathan Hamer. I can't even hear you.
You talking on mute?
Yeah, bro.
I agree.
Bruh,
Yeah, bro.
I do not disagree with you. I wasn't talking to you. I was trying to find a button because I had moved my page off. Without question, I agree.
Yeah. So and then too, and I know Chuck just said it's physics, but and I'm learning this, y'all, and I don't want to ever come across, because we say we're in school and we're still studying with people. We come across as the bougie show. I don't that's not that. But I do believe as educators, because all of us are educators of some sort. Portia teaches a team. Both of us, you and I, we're educators and band directors and whatnot. There's an optimum of every instrument. There's an optimum. Sitting on my desk right now, uh, I'm a student of the game. It's this book right here. And the first thing you do is when you open it out of Alfred Bladder, the first thing they're going to have is the family, but then there's going to have what's called, just show the people, a dynamic curve. It's literally going to show you why, like from this range to this range, but this range is going to give you a dark tone. Like they did what they're supposed to do, and I think great arrangers are doing that. And not to get too off subject and off tangent, but I think due to the lack of arranging classes, a lot of people are freestyling, and you can learn your own way. But I think we're just going by ear so much to where we're missing the theory. To where we're not. Some of the arrangers, the great arrangers of the past, unfortunately, some of them didn't teach us their tricks and techniques or write them down in the HBCU world to develop certain sounds. So I'll just leave it at that.
I'm gonna go back real quick, and before we get to this last one, I'm gonna say this, because because this is something you said way back, but again, I just let y'all cook. But a lot of people would look at that as corny, which is absolutely true. But I will, and we've said this on this show multiple times. If you think it's not powerful, go sit in that circle. That circle will tell you the truth every single time. It sounds great. It's definitely full, but you sit in that circle. I'm telling you, you will feel that power in your face. All right. All right. Here we go. Here's the last one. And then we got to go to the next thing. So here we go. Is this it? I think this is it. This one's for Quan. It's the I'm not giving the SWAC no love.
Water.
All right. So first of all, before we start doing that, let's just give it up for the best band in the SWAC. I'm just gonna be honest.
Shout out to Jackson State and the year that they had. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing year. I'm also saying, I'm gonna be honest. Let's just go ahead and give it up again for the actual number one band of the year that should have been the band of the year.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Hold up.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Yeah, because I mean, let's not lie. I mean, we know what the truth is. Anyway, all right, here we go. Power or full?
Both.
Both.
Okay. Why?
Well, for
You
not
have-
for nothing, I can recognize the damn song. I mean, okay.
Woman.
The voicing in this arrangement matched the song. I mean, we have to be grateful for that, sometimes because half the time I don't recognize
So to be fair, to be fair, I think the rap songs, some of them we're more out of tune with.
that might be true because I don't know half this.
So I agree because it be some song I'll be like, who is that? And they be like, Mr. Mitchell, that's such and such, and you got to go listen to it. So that's one. So sometimes when you don't, there's a psychological connection that you have to have with the song to like it, right? Unless it's just a banger, right? But two, you really never lost the melody Okay,
Yep.
and then they had nuances of I would say improvisation where the arranger created things that wasn't in the song. Uh,
Right.
so very very creative on that. Uh, breathing going across the bar, they had all of that. Articulation was there, and then when they had quote unquote their blowing part, it wasn't so overbearing to where you lost the identity of the song. So that's why I
Right.
said full.
Okay.
Completely.
Um, so here we go. We had a multiple examples. Let me ask you guys this question. Is this concept subjective?
Absolutely. Because there are some people that are going to see this and hear this and think that we are completely off mark with our responses to this and what we think power is versus fullness. And, you know, it's going to be subjective.
And then some people gonna be like, "Well, y'all use all them terms because y'all think y'all better." I mean, it's you can feel how you want to feel. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I
But
want all y'all to have an opinion because I got one.
let me but respect that.
And then, I mean, even with your comment, when you know better, you do better. You don't
But
just.
can I be honest though? So this is what I found out. That's a dichotomy, and we just gonna be fair. There's certain anomalies where the non-degree people, you dig, they some of them are actually better than some of the degree people.
That's true. That's true.
So
That's true.
so so if we're gonna say that comment, then the degree doesn't make you. However, the degree does show you have an aspect of tenacity. So,
I agree to that.
I
but
agree.
but the reality of it is, for some of the, if this was another field, we would not argue. We wouldn't argue with an English teacher though. English is English. An adverb is an adverb. An adjective is an adjective. A noun is a noun. A prepositional phrase is a prepositional phrase. I can write y'all. I'm telling pretty good at it. But all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the reality of it is we don't argue with that. But when it comes to music, I think that the telltale story about this podcast, we've allowed a lot of people opinion who truly don't affect or move the needle of music education. They moved it too far from what it is. I know this is a fun game about, power fool, but they have more people that's pushing this narrative about how a band should sound, because that's why some of these bands sound like it. And you have to be that person who's willing to go against the grain to be great. That's why my favorite band period is one of them I always promote is Florida Memorial,
Mm.
because I feel like they decided to do it their way, and they're doing it their way, uh, which I just gotta respect. They real talk. Put them in. Forget big band, small band. Put them against another band. I feel like they still gonna come out winning.
I agree. Before we move on to this next thing, Trap Set Player asked a question earlier, and I wanted to address the question. He says, "When was the last time you personally heard a second or third trumpet part that wasn't just the lead part of an octave down? If the level of musicianship with our HBCU bands is the level of musicianship with our HBCU bands limiting our arrangements?" I think Quan, we've talked about this on multiple occasions, and I think I've said this on multiple things. Um, I I think the level of musicianship does affect it, but the truth of the matter is we don't hear a lot of 3-part harmonies in trumpets no more. That is kind of gone. You may hear more unison than anything, or you may hear 2-part, and then you may throw a mellophone on the second part. Um, I mean, that's just kind of the avenue in which and where arranging has now gone. But I also don't think that that's a result of talent. I think that's a result of trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because I don't. I mean, if you look at it, and I'm not saying that they always arrange like this, so please Don't quote me on this, guys. I'm not saying they always do this, but when you start looking at the bigger schools and the schools that get the more clout, a lot of them you don't hear 3-part harmonies in when it comes to the trumpet section. And then a lot of other people, the smaller groups and so on and so forth, try to emulate what they hear. But those bigger bands have kids who are talented, because those bigger bands, for the most part, get the most talented kids from most of our inner city schools because they are the more popular school. So talent level is not the thing that determines it. It's just, I think people just want to be able to keep up with the Joneses and continue to be the talk of the town, if that made any sense. Okay, let's move on, because we got one more segment to do, and this one is going. We might get in trouble for this one, guys. I'm just gonna let you know, really quick. I'm a, let me. And I'm saying this, but I'm gonna preface this by saying this. My marching band community, I love the marching band community, the HBCU band community. I love it. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy being a part of it. Always have. But when you start talking about auxiliary and dancers, that's when the ish hits the fan. I'm just gonna let you know. You say one thing wrong and you in trouble. So I think we're gonna get in trouble tonight. Here's the question. Here's the question. When is it too sexual? When is it too sexual? So I remember when we had the young lady on from, what was it, Langston? I think she was from Langston. And she was saying how when they're in rehearsals and stuff like that, she was saying how the coach would say stuff like, be sexy, right? Like that was the information that she was giving, the coach was giving to the young ladies, like, you have to be sexy with this, right? But then we get into these moments where we see a lot of sexuality in our dancers, but then they be like, don't over sexualize the girls. And I'll be like, well, isn't that what you're doing? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And then I've had the conversation before on multiple times where a lot of what these HBCU programs are doing trickles down to our high schools, not even just in the moves that they do, but also the uniforms that they wear. Okay. So when is it too sexy? When is it too over sexualized? I'm asking this question, guys. Y'all talk in the chat. Portia, you tell me, when does it go too far? Is she frozen? I don't think she's frozen.
No,
I think
I'm
she
just
blinked.
trying to think about this. Um,
I know it's difficult. UC Dancing popped up. My boy, ready. We ain't seen UC Dance since the future.
I think all of. I mean, I don't even know how to answer this question
It's a
because
hard one.
there are certain things. I mean, when is it too sexy? I'm gonna say, are we talking about college or are we saying in general?
So the conversation is going to start in college, but you and I both know that the conversation can trickle down to.
What I feel like is acceptable at a college level is different from what I feel like is acceptable at the high school level.
Okay.
Because those are children. I have. He said, "I never seen Portia perplexed." I know it is difficult for me because I don't. What I will say is this: everything, God, needs to be done in taste. I just think that you can be sexy without being sexual, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a fan of if you're doing a dance that turns you around and your back is to the crowd, I'm okay with that. But bending over like in front of people with your butt in the air to me is a little bit too much. But I may be conservative. I don't know. I just don't know why you would ever need to do that. I also, in some of these summer bands, saw people like crawling on the ground and stuff. And unless you're doing a dance move, doing a field show that requires you to crawl or move, I don't know. I think crawling on the ground is a little bit too much. I don't know. Like, I feel like the stingettes are sexy, but I don't feel like they're too sexy. I still think on a college level, I don't think I've seen anything that I felt like was outlandish. But at the end of the day, you are still a part of a university band, which means you are pursuing higher education in order to attain a degree. And so it needs to reflect higher education, still keep your style, but yeah. See, I'm not a fan of you getting on the ground. Why you on that ground? I don't know why you would be on the ground. And when I say on the ground, I mean like we've seen like some crawling moves on the ground.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
No, I don't. What's the goal of that? I'm, I'm not, I'm not okay with that. You know, I don't even understand why that's even a thing. Now, if y'all throw a ripple and you end up sitting on the ground or standing up or getting up or whatever, that's a little bit different. But crawling on the ground in like a sexual manner or like having your butt in the air to a crowd is just a little, it's a little bit too much for me. I don't know what the butt twirl is.
I'm gonna show you from the episode in a second because I'm gonna pull a couple of clips. I'm not gonna pull a lot.
Yeah, I would need full examples. I know I don't like crawling on the ground, and I know unless you are moving or something with your back to the crowd in order to get back around or something, I get that. But certain things I just don't think that you should be doing. But I'm an old lady.
In all fairness, I do kind of look at her as an old lady. The old lady.
I have an old spirit. I just don't. Some stuff. I'm a used to Miss Inez, Miss Inez Howard. Shout out to her. Who it's just certain things Hot Ice weren't gonna do. They couldn't even do the leg lift in a picture when she was the coach because you shouldn't be having your crotch out.
Facts.
Legs all over right.
All right. Quan, what's your thoughts, man?
Oh, he working.
Yeah. So for me, as a high school director, there's certain things that and I'm thankful that my dance instructor is very I wouldn't say conservative, but I just overall feel like she's tasteful. I deal in the sector of kids, and the truth is, when you try to build leadership and you tell your students to develop their 8 counts or 16s or whatever, of course, who's the first place they're gonna look at? College level, right? And so, in that demonstration, as a male, but as their father figure, if I look at something And I'd be like, nah, they're not doing it. They're not gonna do it. Because I feel that as their father figure, um, and as a male, we're males. And so we have to be cognizant of looking at these children as I look at them as a child, but this dude in the crowd, he may not. They've had incident, in the past with dancers being stalked and so forth and so on, and they were merely dancing, but the mental capacity of another person may be like may create them into a sexual thing. Um, so attire is something important.
I was going to say I'm more concerned about attire than dance moves because some of these outfits is.
Yeah, and so because here's the difference. Here's the difference. At the collegiate level, you can select young ladies who, just being fair, have the same body type. Uh, at the high school level, you pick the best student. So you may have another young lady who's more busty than another young lady. So you have to pick uniforms that that you just have to be mindful of their body type, in my
Come on,
opinion.
UC Dan, say it, okay? I don't. This is a tough one.
Um,
Yeah, don't hold back.
Mm-mm. And I agree with Edwin. Everything needs to be covered throughout the whole routine. But I think some of these people pull these uniforms out the pack the day of the gig and never try them on. I'm sorry,
I agree to that.
because some of these slips and stuff that's happening is you should have known in advance that was going to move like that or go that way. Or I feel like, I mean, are y'all not having trying on? You not doing nothing in it before you wear it out? Like, I just think that should be better. But yeah, I don't. This is tough.
Yeah.
Um,
So
praise dances at church getting sexy. Wait a minute.
I don't want to know nothing about that.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. That praise dancers getting sexy is crazy. Okay, I don't even want to understand that.
So let me say this. So one, Quan, you hit the nail on the head. Um, you know, and you started speaking from your perspective and your purview of a high school director, but I even look at it from a collegiate director. One, just because you as a dance coordinator may think it's cute, that man that's sitting in row B may be very, very attracted and turned on to that. And their perception of how they view it is massively different. And again, we're in an era now where people can easily get in or get in contact with people, follow people, figure out who these people are. I miss Maya so much. I talked to her not too long ago, but even she was talking when she was on the show, the experiences that she went through of being stalked and things like that, and people having her face on the shirt. And I seen that. I seen it firsthand. When T was on the show, she had, those comments. So, I think it does matter. And then you are a representation of your school, your university, so on and so forth. How do you want your university to be represented?
And I think that we really and genuinely and truly start seeing more of this sexualized thing as stands have become more of the focus. Because
I was gonna say that.
I don't know that I remember seeing all this stuff, on the Nextel phone videos when I was in the band. Okay, I'ma just be honest. On the Nokia, the BlackBerry, the stuff that
BlackBerry didn't have a screen to record. BlackBerry was just
you're right. Whatever those phones were that we had, I don't remember seeing stuff as sexual. I do think when grown women dance, they're going to have well, no, never mind. That's how I used to be. You used to could tell the difference between a high school young lady and a college young lady, but that's not necessarily the case anymore. I just think that you have to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it.
Facts. All right.
Um,
Oh, my bad.
yeah, you just have to. I think some of it is nice. I don't know that I've seen anything that I feel like has gone too far other than the crawling on the ground that I mentioned.
And that was during mass band too. So
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there are things happening on the collegiate level and I'm just not aware.
well, let's get into it. So first thing, I know I keep talking about the butt twirl. I'm going to show you what this butt twirl thing is, and then I'm going to tell you how I felt about it. Well, not how I felt about it, but I talked to Apri, and she gave me her insight on it. So hold on, let me pull this thing up here. Here it is. That's me right there. If y'all don't know, that's me. All right. So I did a quick little flash of it on my show. So here we go. This is what the butt twirl is. And you'll see it. Not my. You don't got to hear me. There we go. It'll come across the screen in a few seconds. There it is. That. And that. That right there. Mm-hmm. That. And that. And that. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. So when I had the conversation with Apri, her conversation was, she was like, they used to do it, but they didn't do it towards the crowd.
And see, that's what I was talking about.
He calls it to come and get it. All right.
and to me, it's what's the point of that?
But that's the question, right?
I've never been a fan of that. That's what I was talking about, like bending over towards the crowd. It's not. What's the point of that?
So that's the question, right? When is it too sexual? So here we go. I only got a couple of these videos, and so we just gonna look at a couple of these. Y'all tell me if it's too sexual or if it's dance. So here we go. Here's the not my video.
Oh God, you're gonna get us heckled.
Hey, it is what it is. I'm used to it now. All right, so here we go. Here's the first one.
Not P Valley. Ooh, P Valley is crazy.
What's P Valley?
That's been put in the comment.
Oh.
Ooh, job.
All right, here we go. Here's the first one. All right, thoughts. Too sexual or this is okay?
I think that's okay.
I don't see an issue with that, bro.
And she started at the
I'm not
front.
saying it was. I'm asking your opinion.
She started at the front, and it was a little hip roll to the side. She did not bend down and grab her ankles or do that little butt wave when she went around. I don't think that's bad.
Okay,
But that's
all
my
right.
opinion.
All right.
That was okay. I think it was okay. I'm also, I think I love a good stingette,
Yeah, I know you a fan.
Okay.
He's a fan.
It said
I
these
am.
uniforms give Magic City. Y'all funny, boy.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one. Oh, I thought I X'd that one out. Okay, I guess I didn't. Maybe I X'd out the wrong one. Anyway, all right, here we go.
do.
All right,
I
pause.
like it. I like the GGs, but that was sexual from the beginning to the end of that. They started out with the low
I'm here for it all.
the low hump on the little hip roll, and then she did the butt wave thing to the crowd.
So you thought it was it went a little too far.
I'm not saying it went too far. I feel like it was
It was sexual.
sexual.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Down in the
Quan,
valley is crazy. Get out of these comments.
what's your thoughts?
If I could be just sincere, for me, it's hard because I understand that it's dancing, and it's like because I'm in the world, it's like I don't look at it like that. You dig what I'm saying? But
I'm in the world, but I realize that some of the moves are going to
the
be
perception of it.
Exactly, and that's
more.
my
Yeah,
point. Because
yeah.
like people misconstrue the fact that if someone sees it in that light, then they're all of a sudden like a pervert. Like, no, that's not
Right.
necessarily it. Some
But
people just may have a certain thought process of just being more conservative and or respectful of the uniform or respectful of your
but
body, so on and
to
so forth. But go
to
ahead.
the point of UC dance, though, we're not just servicing our own people and our own culture who understand that that's their history, that's how they dance. This is on Beyonce's internet, and so when other people see that, how would they perceive it?
True. Okay. I think I played the Sting It one already, right?
More, I'm more concerned with the buck and coochie pop move. Yeah, yeah. I mean, all of this is subjective. I like the GGs. Give me a good ramp. I mean, if we're doing sexual versus not, that's what this conversation is.
Yeah.
Um,
That's really what the
it's
conversation
either
is.
sexual or it's not. And I mean,
Because the truth of the matter
are we
is,
arguing that whole sequence wasn't sexual?
are you asking me, or are you just putting it as
I'm asking the
rhetorical?
comments. Like, are we
Oh,
we looked at that video and saying that's not sexual? Is that what we doing?
I think some people, but therein lies the question, right? Because some people only look at it as an art form, and then overlooking it or looking at it as sexualized is you being a prude or over sexualizing or being a pervert, right? So that's what I'm saying. Some people really just be like, hey man, you overlooking it, or you looking at it in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Here we go. Here's the next one. I think I got two more. No, three more, but these are quick.
Make it
All
a
right.
little bigger. I'm blind.
I'm gonna make. I thought I zoomed in. I ain't zoomed in.
It was still little though.
All right. Here's the girls that you say that were terrible per blow the whistle that
Who did
everybody
I say
said.
was terrible? I did not say they was terrible.
That's what the
Right,
comment said that you said. You said that
right,
they was terrible.
right.
All right. I tried to wait
No,
until she got to the end of the eight. They got to the end of the eight count to hit the stop button. All right. What do y'all think? Or what do you
it's not.
think?
It
It's not?
wasn't.
Okay.
That
Okay.
that that role that she did with the head was more of a transition to come
Mm-hmm.
around than anything. I thought that was cute. They were not bent over throwing their butt. It was a more of a transition move. I thought it was tasteful. That's
Okay.
just my opinion.
All right. Brother Moore was that
Was that
full of
move? Was that powerful? Yeah, I thought it was pretty classy. I liked it. And it
Okay.
went to me, it flowed with, what they were doing. I don't see any issue with that.
That's interesting. That's an interesting point. You got the UC Dance. Most of the directors put sex in many programs on all. That's interesting. All right. No, I don't think that was overly sexual.
No.
Now, in my opinion, this is my opinion. She did do put the butt towards the camera, but it was quick. It wasn't like I'm gonna
Yeah,
give
it
you
was a
all cheek.
transition move.
Right. I'm gonna give you all cheek that I got. So
No, and I mean, to me, it's a difference between it being a transition move and grabbing your ankles.
right, scrubbing the ground.
You okay?
All right, here we go. Here's the next one, and
He said
shout out.
those baritones were not sexual. Bye,
Shout out to our brother Justin, man, and Malik for the clips that I'm using, and A1 as well. All right, here we go. Here's the next one. All right, thoughts?
Who was that? Bethune?
Yep.
I
don't think that was sexual at all, bro. Because they had
No.
technique. They had technique. I believe I've been learning dance terms because my dancer be trying to teach me. I think that was either a pirouette or a Sinead turn. One of them things. Like it wasn't bad. We're Bethune Cookman is known for kind of like Lil Bucking. So, but it
Yeah.
wasn't bad though. I
No.
mean, that wasn't bad at all.
No, and absolutely not.
So I'm gonna be that guy, right? So I don't think that it was overly sexualized. I really don't. The only thing that throws me off is the get on the ground with the leg thing. But I think that's just trying to get from one position to another. If anything, that was the only thing that that's the only thing for me that I thought was just kind of like, but everything else, I don't think
that's a lot of squads do that.
No, I agree, and that's why I said I don't really think in totality that it was sexualized, and I think it was just a move to get from one body movement to the next or one position to the next. So again, not trying to say that. All right, here we go. Here's the last one, and there's a reason why I played these two last. So here's the last one. All right. And we kind of hit it on the head, but I want to go back and revisit it before we get ready to close this thing out. Here we go. All right. Here we go.
Was that Proud Mary?
It was. Was that Power or was that I'm sorry. All right. No. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I couldn't remember what the topic was. Sexualized or no?
I don't know that I would have went on the field and did that little. They already did the little butt round thing, and then they kind of went lower. But not Humble Mary. Yo, get out of here! It's coming. Oh,
I just want to set the record straight that it's not me saying
Oh
this.
wow.
It's not me. It's the people in the comments. I just want
Yeah,
to
this is
set the
I'm
record
just reading the comments, y'all. Oh my god. Not scary Mary.
My sexualized or not, that's what we're talking about right now.
Oh man. Oh my god. Oh, I'm trying to put it back together.
I'm about to start crying. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Me too. I'm trying to keep it together. I agree. If in my opinion, if you're going out on the field and you're
Mary.
like making an entrance, I would have Mary is crazy. I would have Mary, don't you know? Yo, y'all killing me in these comments. My God. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yo, we have the best audience in the whole wide world.
Okay.
Yo, I
Well, finish what
cannot.
you saying, though. Finish what you.
Oh God. All right. I think once they did the little hip roll, the second one was a little bit too much, but I think the rest of it wasn't sexual. I like I said, I'm kind of impartial or don't care for this whole butt to the crowd thing, and they did it like twice. So, that's just me. But the rest of it to me overall was not sexual. The overall thing was not sexual.
Agreed.
I think you kind of like the little butt roll thing, or you don't. I guess it's levels to it, but overall they were not sexual. God. That went somewhere other than when what
I
we
don't know,
expected.
right? Like that was not the goal, Marie. You were the one who recorded it, Malik.
Ooh,
Here we go.
Jesus.
I don't know, Quan, were you able to see it or not? I don't even. Quan, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Oh, okay. Were you able to see it?
Nah. I'm gonna
All right,
leave.
Smith said it.
This one. I'm gonna leave this one to Portia.
Mary
Mary
Magdalene.
Magdalene.
Yo, get out of these comments.
So the reason why I brought up these last two was because, and I think someone said it earlier, in the sense that it seems to be, and Portia, you put it on, you said it too. It seems to me that the more overly sexualized or possible overtly sexual things end up happening in the stands versus the field.
Yep.
So then that does bring back your question of when did this develop, and or why did it develop in the way that it did? And I'm gonna be quite honest, as me not being a dancer, our resident dancer is doing her cheerleading thing today. So I would have loved to have gotten her thoughts, but Portia, do you think you could probably state what you feel as to why this made this particular turn? And again, you guys in the comments, I know you see dancers in there and a couple of other folks. What's your opinion? Do you think, or what's your opinion on why you all felt like now in the stands it's made this turn to be this overtly sexual types of moves?
In my opinion, it can be attributed to a couple of things. I think sexuality is more prevalent in society in general these days than it was in the past, to me, ever before. It's more on TV. And it like in your face. I also think that it has to do with the emphasis that is on the stands, and everybody trying to kind of one up each other and have the edge or whatever on each other. But then I mean, on the other side, there are some squads that just are sticking to who they are, and that are not going in a this kind of same direction. Some of them are sexy, but it's subtle sexy. Some squads are going to give more sexy than others, but I think, and maybe some of these squads have always been like this and we just didn't know because we had them track phones. and all that other stuff. But I do think that it's more social media based than anything. Yeah, I think it's more social media based.
So I'm actually gonna pull this one up from Keisha. The thing about that is, unfortunately, there are high schools that are adopting this too.
Yep.
So I think that's where the lines begin to be blurred. I blame Sexy Red. Oh my gosh. Um, but no. So I think you kind of hit it earlier too. It's the battle mindset, because I think the battle mindset has translated from, I guess you would say, in the gyms to now the stands and so on and so forth. I mean, I can tell you this: as I was coming up, I don't remember this style of stands dancing, and to me, I want to say it's fairly new, probably within the past 8 to 10 years, maybe so. So, no, I think it's really interesting to watch this thing happen and watch it develop. My only thing is to continuously say, and I'm gonna go over to similar to what Quan said, in the sense that, while we may think it's cute and we may think it's cool, coaches, university coaches, high school coaches, so on and so forth, perception is reality. And that's the difficulty in all of that, is the fact that while you yourself may see some of this stuff as harmless, the guy sitting in the stands may not see it that way. They may think that, that move is specifically for them. That's my baby right there. And again, we have so much access to people now, and this goes back to what a pre said not too long ago. I think it was a pre and T. A lot of these girls enjoy this spotlight. And so when they get in the spotlight, they got their Instagram handles and all that kind of stuff, and they're open and available for people to be able to follow them. And so that creates another level of attention that, they may not, in that specific realm, they may not want. So it's just so many levels to this. And this can go in so many different directions in so many ways. But yeah, I wanted to get the comments, thoughts. Sorry, Proud Mary didn't sound like Proud Mary. Mary wasn't proud that day, apparently. And this is per the comments. Malik, yes, and the yes crowd.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a whole different conversation within itself. And I'm gonna be honest, we ain't got time to hit it. It's been a while since we've done a 2-hour show. So yeah, we've hit the 2-hour mark. But yeah, so this has been an interesting conversation on both ends. I really appreciate it and enjoyed it. This is our last one for the year. The next time you're gonna see us and this show will be in.
Tina ain't proud either. Yo. Go
Not
ahead. I'm
wrong.
sorry. I gotta stop looking at these comments.
But the next time you'll see us in the show will be in 2024. So so with that being said, Quan, any final thoughts? Anything you got for the culture?
Uh, Great football season. I know we have one more game in regards to the Celebration Bowl. Congratulations to both teams. Unfortunately, PV came up short. Shout out to the family, the home team, the Marching Storm. Shout out to everybody, all the band directors. Awesome football season. Let's crank up this concert season, and let's continue to build musicianship. All band directors, get your rest when you can. That is very, very important. And Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and see you in 2024 if God says the same.
All right. Portia, any final
Man,
thoughts? Anything you got for the culture?
I was was in a blah mood when I got on here today. So I want to say thank y'all for improving my mood today. I have had a blast laughing with y'all today. This has really, thank y'all for holding us down. Like, I'm just eternally grateful for the interaction, the feedback, the support, the comments, all of it. Even the bad ones, you know. It is what it is. I think the engagement is important. So I just want to take this time to say thank y'all for supporting us and commenting and being involved. And that's it. And you know, I really hope that y'all have a happy new year. Um, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. And get some time off because I'm looking forward to it. I thought there would be a Christmas show. Eggnog together. No, baby. I will never be drinking. Not on here.
There's one person in the comments that has seen what we are like inebriated, and that's Justin.
Ooh, woo.
Great night.
We had a time last night.
So you don't. I'm telling y'all, y'all don't want to see us in that mode.
Not
Matter
they maybe do.
Yeah, they probably look. What we gonna start doing is in the new year we gonna reload the Patreon back up, and we gonna say that every event in that Patreon, every event that we gonna be at, if you in the Patreon, we gonna give you exclusive access to where we gonna be at, and then you can actually come with us and actually get the experience that Justin got that night.
What I'm gonna tell y'all is, ooh wee. Me outside of here, I give y'all the real, but it's another.
It was
levels to this.
Yeah. But we definitely had a time. We definitely had a time. But I will say a couple of things, man, before we get out of here. First of all, man, I appreciate all the new subscribers that we have, man. We just got a new subscriber tonight as we were on the show. So shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. Also, please make sure you like and share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Also, turn on your notifications. Luke, is that your old glazing shirt? Yeah, it is. Just glaze, baby. But yeah, we still do have merchandise, man. All you got to do is go to www.realtalkthattalk.com and you can pick up any of our merchandise, man. It's still there available for you. And I still got the 30% off up there, man. So if you want to get that 30% off, you absolutely can. This week, we still have one more show happening on the Passionate Network. Crystal's Car Confessions is going to be, Diary Related Band Director, Car Confessions, is going to be coming up on Friday. So we still have that, man. I'm still gonna run stuff through this network throughout the season or throughout the break. But it just won't be new stuff. So you have your availability to go back, check out some stuff that you haven't seen, going back and review stuff that you ain't seen in a while. And then final thing before we get out of here, the Viewer's Choice episode will be the Wednesday that we get back from the break. That will be the Viewer's Choice episode. So again, I'm going to put the link and all that kind of stuff up there so you can click in. I need for you to skim all of our stuff. Some of the stuff that you just didn't like what we said. Go through it, pick it out, give me a title and the timestamp, and we going to talk about it on this show. But you got to be available to talk about it on this show. What's good?
Somebody did ask, was there going to be a blow the whistle show pertaining to the Battle of the Bands? Yeah.
I got to talk to the production team on that.
Okay.
That I got to talk to production. So what you guys don't know, and I'll give you guys a little bit of insight on this. There's a team behind Blow the Whistle. It's not just we wake up one day and be like, all right, let's record. There's a team behind that. So that's going to be something that us and the team discuss, and then we're going to let you guys know. But I will tell you this: Blow the Whistle is not going to stop just because the battle is over. I'll let you guys know that 100%. All right. It's a whole nother situation, Brother Moore. Anyway, man, I appreciate you guys joining us, man. This has been super dope. Make sure you click the like button on the way out. If you have been watching us on playback, you can still click the like button and throw on your comments as much as you want to, man. Again, I check them, and I know now that Portia checks them. So, yeah, man, just continue to keep being who you are. Keep sticking with us, man. Happy holidays to you. We love you, and we ain't got nothing else. We won't see you next week. We will see you on next year.